Today we will study about the expenditure method of calculating national income. Again, starting with the circular flow of income and production and expenditure in an economy. We have studied that production means value addition, and this value addition is done with the help of factors of production, that is land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship. These are combined values added. Now obviously income will be generated. This generated income will be distributed as that I have discussed with RIP. RIP means rent for labor, rent for land, wages for labor, interest for capital and profit for entrepreneurship. Now income, as we have studied, there is circular flow. So this income will not be kept there. It will be disposed on either on consumption or on investment. So this method focuses on expenditure. According to this method, national income is estimated in terms of the expenditure. Now, but on expenditure in terms of purchase of goods and services produced in an economy during a accounting year. Now, basically final expenditure. We have studied about final goods and intermediate. So we will be discussing only the final expenditure. Now we have studied that final goods can be consumer goods or they can be producer goods. Producer goods are basically known as capital formation or investment. So expenditure basically means C and I. Now this method gives us GDP at MP, or we will study it also given another aggregate, but it can be basically expressed in one equation, that is C plus I plus G plus X minus, that is a total expenditure, and that gives us GDP at MP. What is C? Private final consumption expenditure. What is G? Government final consumption expenditure. What is I? Investment expenditure, that is gross domestic capital formation, and the net export, that is export minus import. Now we will study these components one by one. So private final consumption expenditure. Private final consumption expenditure means household. So simply it refers to the expenditure and especially on final goods. Please remember it includes only the expenditure on final consumer goods, and that final consumer goods can be durable, semi-durable or non-durable. Durable like washing machine, electronics. Semi-durable like clothes. Non-durable like grocery. So this is the C, that is private final consumption, or sometimes it is given as household. Now government final consumption expenditure means public. It means it is basically also the expenditure on final goods and services. But now who is doing? Now it is being basically done by the government. So basically we can also write this is a total consumption expenditure done by both. So sometimes it is given separately, that private final consumption expenditure, government final. But sometimes it is given as total final consumption expenditure. That is clear? Now we will discuss the third, that is investment expenditure, and that is the most complex component that is given in the question in different ways. So it refers to the expenditure on final producer goods, that is final producer goods. Now final producer means good, means capital formation, it means investment. So basically what we have learned, that investment is also known as capital formation, and this is basically on the final producer goods. So investment can be basically divided into two categories. One is fixed investment and the other one is inventory. Fixed investment means gross domestic fixed capital formation. Gross domestic fixed capital formation, and this is gross domestic capital. This is the total, and these are the components. So we have separately fixed and inventory. Inventory is also known as change in stock. It is basically calculated by closing stock minus opening stock. Now fixed means on expenditure on the fixed asset like plant and machinery. It can be basically further divided into business fixed investment like fixed assets of the producers. Household residential, it means basically the expenditure by the household sector on the construction of houses. And the third part is government or public fixed investment, that is flyovers, roads or machinery of the government sector. So these three are fixed investment, that is gross domestic fixed capital formation. So it is the total, it is the component. If it is given, these are not to be included. If it is not given, it will be included by adding these. And plus 1, 3 plus 1, that is total capital formation. That is also known as gross domestic investment. Now next is inventory. Inventory means finished goods, stock of semi-finished goods, raw material. It is basically calculated by closing minus opening stock, and it is also known as increase in stock. If it is given as increase in stock, it means plus. If it is given as decrease in stock, it is given as negative. So now net export, simply export minus imports. Exports are denoted by X, imports are denoted by M. So net export means export first, expenditure by foreigners on domestically produced goods, on final goods. Import means expenditure on goods and services that are produced abroad. Now we have to discuss about the gross domestic because it is given in different ways in different types of question. Now gross domestic investment, it is the net total concept. If it is given, we don't have to include its subcomponents, but if it is not given, so it will be given as gross domestic fix. When fixed word is added in the gross domestic capital formation, you have to add change in stock. If gross domestic capital formation is given, gross domestic fixed word is not used. It means it is total of fixed plus inventory. But if in the gross domestic fixed word is added, it means fix is separate and we have to add the change in stock. And fix has, we have discussed public fixed investment, construction fixed investment and private or business. So now we will be discussing some questions. So first of all, the first aggregate that we get from expenditure method is basically GDP at MP. But it is not always like that, because first step when you are using expenditure method, go to the investment, go to the capital formation. If it is given gross, so answer will be GDP at MP, the first answer formula. If capital formation is given in net, so answer will be the first formula is of NDP at MP. So what is the point that is to be differentiated or that is to be basically remembered in your mind is that by using expenditure method, either we will be getting GDP at MP, the formula, basic formula, either we will be getting NDP at MP. The last letters are same. The first word, either it is net, either it is gross. For example, in the value added method, we know that always there will be the formula of GB at MP. In income method, we have always the formula of NDP at FC. But in expenditure method, either we will be getting GDP at MP or NDP at MP depending upon capital formation. If capital formation is given in gross, so first formula is of GDP at MP. If capital formation is given in net, so answer first formula will be of NDP at MP. In the next video I will solve some numerical so that you can understand it very clearly. Okay.